So students, let us begin with our experiment. So let me describe you the apparatus first of all. So this is the apparatus. Let us see the machines first of all. So we are having a DC motor over here whose rating is given like this. As I've discussed in my in the previously, that it is a 1450 RPM, 230 volts, 20 amperes machine, and we are having a generator that is coupled through a shaft, and this generator is having this rating as we have already discussed. So, and this generator is basically supplying that lamp load over there, right? And to measure the voltages and currents of the motor side and the generator side, we are having a voltmeter over here, if you are able to see clearly, and we are having an ammeter over here. ये लाइट बंद कर दीजिए वाली, है ना? And to measure the voltage on the generator side, we are having this voltmeter and this ammeter. As we are measuring the DC quantities, we will need only PMMC or moving coil type instruments, right? You must have already studied this in your instrumentation class. Now one more thing is over here is that we will take those type of instruments which are having the rating according to the rating of the machines. For example, we are having 230 volts, 20 amperes. So on the motoring side, if you see the scale of the voltmeter, it is capable of measuring 300 volts. See, we are connecting it with the knob of 300 volts, and we are having over here 150 volts maximum, so we can multiply it by 2. And similarly, the ammeter reading over here, if you see, it is more than, it can measure 30 amperes, okay? And on the load side or the generator side, we are having a voltmeter that can measure 300 volts and current up to 10 amperes, okay? If you see over here, the maximum is 10 amperes. And this is the lamp load, and these are the rheostats that we were talking about. So students, we will be performing this experiment for DC shunt motor, and we will not be discussing, or we will not be performing the experiments for cumulatively compound or differential compound motor. So for shunt motor, we will not be connecting the series winding. So you can see these are the output terminals of the winding of the machine, okay? So here is the armature, this is the armature, and this is the shunt winding, and this is the series winding. We have left it unconnected. And here we have the generator part, and these are as shown in the figure. We are connecting all these components together according to the connections that are shown in the figure on your sheet. One more thing is that we are going to perform the experiment first of all on the no load. We are going to start the machine, and we are going to take the readings according to the no load. That means no bulb will be on in this side. Then we will continue with the by giving different loads, okay? And then we'll take certain readings. You will note down I will just note down those readings in front of you, and then you will perform the calculations in your report. So students, first of all, one more apparatus is there. That is the DC generator that we are having in our laboratory. In the back side of our laboratory, we are having a DC generator. This is producing a 230 volt DC voltage, and this supply is going to the supply of the motor that we are going to perform on, ठीक है? तो ये बैक साइड ऑफ आवर लैब है, ठीक है? So what we are doing right now is we are just as I have told you that on the back side we are having the DC generator, and that is generating a certain amount of voltage. We are calibrating right now, and we are trying that this voltage that is coming over here should be at the input of the DC motor should be 230 volts. So now it is 115, it is showing 115 multiplied by 2, it is 230 volts right now. So in the bottom of our machine, we are having a starter, 3-point starter. We are gradually increasing, we are moving the knob towards the right side, and this is increasing the machine. This is increasing the speed of the machine. So right now, if you see, students, we are performing on no load, and this is no lamp is open right now. All are off, in off condition, and we have maintained this voltage, the voltage across the generator at 230 volts by using this rheostat. One more thing here, students, that at no load we are having a speed of 1600 rpm approximately. And earlier I told you that the speed that is mentioned on the motor, it is 1450 rpm. That is the full load machine. That is the full load speed of the machine. Now students, we have increased the load, and you can see that the voltage has fluctuated, and we are trying to maintain that voltage according to with this rheostat, and we will note down this current, that is the generator side current, and the voltage that is appearing across the motor, and the current that is flowing into the motor. So all these readings will be noted down one by one. Let us increase one more load. Okay. So we have increased our load, and the voltage has increased. So we are just maintaining it by moving the rheostat knob, and now we will note down this current after maintaining this voltage at 230 volts, and we will note down this voltage and this current. Similarly, see, you must have noted that we have increased the load, and the RPM have reduced considerably, and you must have noticed that the sound of the machine has also reduced, because the motor is designed to run at around 1500 rpm. So it was running around 1600 rpm. So the thing is that it was making a lot of noise. Now the noise has also reduced. So we have again maintained this voltage, noted down both this voltage and this current. That means the generator side voltage and the generator side current, and motor side voltage and motor side current. And we are going regularly noting down these values at different loads. We can increase more load like this by turning on the lamp. Again, adjust the voltage on the generator side voltage, and note down these voltages and currents. Of course, this voltage is at 230, and this voltage, that means on the motor side, and the current on the motor side. Similarly, we can take several readings, and we can increase more load, right, like this, and so forth. So dear students, we have taken these readings, as you can see, and we have taken the readings only for DC shunt motor. Now you have to plot the curve between the speed and the motor current okay. So this one, this reading and this reading. In order to calculate the efficiency and plot the efficiency versus load characteristics, or efficiency versus load current characteristics, you have to take again, you have to calculate the efficiency according to the sheet that is given to you. Okay, and you have to, in accordance with this table, okay, this is the observation table, you have to make a calculation table. okay, in which you will calculate the efficiency for each and every step according to the sheet that is given to you. So by this I will end this, and you have to make the report and answer the questions that are given in the report, okay, and then you will upload on the Google Classroom. Thank you and best regards.